Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly, and I've got an incredible one for you today because I've got so much content. I could basically make 3 videos with all this. There's so much to share with you. Inflation is a tax that we're all having to pay right now. They estimate here in the United States that 61% of the average Americans do not pay taxes because of their low income levels. But inflation affects everybody, from the rich and the poor, everybody. Before I get into it, please take a second. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell notifications to get notified of everything that we're doing. Don't forget to join the email list and share this with all your friends and colleagues. We just got clobbered with consumer inflation and got notified that the consumer inflation level has risen year over year 6.2%, the highest level in 31 years. Guys, since 1990, we have not seen inflation this high before. So with that being said, this is staggering, guys. This is absolutely unbelievable that it's this high. Energy costs have gone up, cars, and housing. Now, CNBC, the article that's attached below, said, hey, listen, if you look at food costs, it's down a little bit because food was down, it was up only 4.6%. Who believes that? Do you believe that food is only up 4.6%? Because I absolutely do not. I think food is completely out of control. And I think that's the thing that's killing everybody right now. Before we get the cold weather, that's going to be the next thing that's going to clobber everybody, is going to be high gas prices as far as heating oil and natural gas to heat your house. Janet Yellen, oh man, there's an article below where she says, hey, listen, we're not going to repeat the 1970s all over again, and we're going to control this, and inflation's going to stop. Well, again, there is no solution for this. This is not something that you're going to see inflation, you know, they don't have an answer for it. It's just going to taper and cool down the first part of 2022, and things will be better by 2023. Okay, guys, a year from now, she's talking about this. That's insane. That there's no way to run a business, no way to run a country, no way for the central bank to deal with this. Now, central bank's job, guys, is to keep interest rates reasonable, maintain employment, and keep the economy flourishing. And this is not happening right now. We're supposed to just hold our breath that inflation is not going to take over all of our lives right now. And it absolutely is. So please share your thoughts on all this stuff. I really want to know what you guys think. And I am on a trail right now. It hasn't rained much out here, but I ran a 5K on this track once. That was incredibly difficult because it was up and down through these hills. And needless to say, the fat old man, I finished it. And it was one of those things that when you finish it, they give you a shirt. And I was really grateful for that. But these trails are difficult and bleak, and there's a lot of stuff to do with this park. It's kind of nice. But out here, it doesn't look like much, does it? Anyways, share your thoughts on all this stuff. Want to know what you guys think about this. I have a saying that I've used in my business life for quite some time, and that is this: you shouldn't look in somebody else's pocket. What I mean by that is you have no idea what people are going through, if they can afford things, what they really make, what they really have. So I've always said, hey, listen, don't look in somebody else's pocket. Just don't assume if you present a business proposal to somebody that they can always afford it. It's all relative, okay, as far as money is concerned. Now, one man who we don't have to worry about with that is Mr. Elon Musk. Now, Elon, in 2 days, lost $50 million. So, to look into Elon's pocket, Elon's down $50 million. Now, if you believe Michael Burry, he had to sell his stock to cover his tax obligation. Now, again, you know, I love the comments because people have said, no, Michael Burry is a shill for Wall Street. He's just trying to destroy Elon's life and make it a living hell and make him sell and try to embarrass Elon. Okay, that being said, okay, Is it true? Is it not? Who knows? I don't know. What I do know is that Elon had a brother. Who knew? I had no idea. All we hear about is Elon Musk. We don't hear much about his family. He's been married a bunch of times. He's got a bunch of kids. Okay. That being said, Elon has a brother named Kimball. One thing that's interesting is his brother Kimball just sold 88,500 shares of Tesla stock the day before Elon did the tweet about, should I sell 10% of my stock? $109 million sale the day before. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I find that just a little suspicious. I think it's incredible that that this guy, we haven't heard more about this, but the story's below, and $109 million worth of stock before the sale gets announced. So is that insider trading? Does brother notify you, hey, listen, I got to make my tax obligations. I would get out and get your $109 million worth of stock sold. Anyways, that's just me. I'm curious as to what you guys think about this. The rich always help each other out. We always know that. But is there anything sinister in all this? Share your thoughts. Is there anything sinister in the poll and the sale of the stock? His brother Kimball Musk. I never even knew he had a brother. So, did you know he had a brother? Anyways, share your thoughts and all this stuff, guys. I really want to know what you think. Now, here's a very interesting statistic, and that is wages are up 4.6%. People are getting paid more per hour than they have in decades, and life is great. Only problem is that inflation is at its highest level, like I said, in over 30 years. So what this means is that the average worker, think about this, is losing over 0.5% on their income, okay? So you're behind right now. Even with your big raise, you're making less money because your spending power is less. Now, the Fed, we're starting to see a problem. Bank of America did a report that's down in the video description, and they are having big problems, and they're seeing we have to do something about this. Imagine that. Imagine now you have to do something about this. This is crazy, guys, that people think that they have to do something about this now. So everything and everybody that's reached out to me has shared nothing but higher prices. One of the subscribers reaches out and went by KFC. I want to get a bucket of chicken and take it home. How much a bucket of chicken at Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC is now? How about $28 here in Southern California? $28. I don't even know how many pieces that is. It might as well be 100, but $28 for a bucket of chicken. Absolutely insane that that's that much. A friend of mine went to go buy her turkey and said, wow, I took your advice, Dan, I signed up for it. Oh, we don't have turkeys yet. We don't know when they're coming in, but here's your voucher and you're good for one turkey between 22 and 24 pounds. Okay, well, do I get to pick out the turkey when it comes? Okay, everybody likes to shop, grab stuff, feel it, okay? Well, we'll let you know, and we'll give you the hour as to when you can pick up the turkey on the date that they come in. Okay. Well, we know Thanksgiving's on a Thursday. What day do you get to pick up your turkey, okay? So she got a voucher for it right now for the 22 to 24 pound turkey. Big turkey. Let's get an invite to that. But anyways, do you see, guys? It's just out of control. The supply chain mess that we see so much about. We are at over all-time record 111 ships out there off the coast right now. 111 ships. If you guys want to take a look at the traffic, go to Marine Traffic, the app, Marine Traffic, and it's free. You can take a look at all the ports from around the globe and see you know, what the traffic looks like as far as all the cargo ships and all the other ships and the cruise ships and stuff like that. It's just nuts, guys. So, you know, share your thoughts on all this stuff. You know, all these high wages, the Walmart, people from around, you know, the country that work at different Walmarts that don't make the $17 an hour. Some people enjoy the experience, some people do not. But the one thing that I've learned from all these people that have reached out to me is that I'd rather make a little less money and have an enjoyable work experience than work for some clown, okay, that was unappreciative. And again, share your thoughts and all this stuff, because we're seeing more and more of this right now. And take a look at all the stories down in the video description. There's so many. I put them all together for this. But share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. Really want to know what you think. We're basically hearing from everybody on this, from politicians to financiers to a little bit of everybody, businesses, everybody talking about how bad inflation is right now. And Peter Schiff, the gold guy, done a lot of end of the world type stuff with the economy, talking about that. I think he's brilliant myself. But Mr. Schiff is talking about how inflation is absolutely destroying the middle class right now, and that it's absolutely unfair that the middle class is going through this right now. So with that being said, I mean, this is crazy, guys. It's absolutely, you know, taking a huge toll. Senator Manchin just said this is not transitory. This inflation debacle is only getting worse, and we have to do something about this, and nothing's being done about this. So again, what's going to happen with this, guys? I think it's going to be raising interest rates. Oh, you can't do that, Dan, because you can't cover the debt. Well, what do? Seriously, you know, does the bucket of chicken go to $75? Seriously, what do? You know, gas, that's almost $5 here. Where does it go? $18? I mean, come on, you've got to have a limit, and you've got to do something other than this will work itself out. It's a supply chain issue. It's not just a supply chain issue. You know, having over 100 boats waiting. You know, our record prior to the pandemic, our record, all-time record, was 17 boats. That was it. It was the all-time world record of backed up boats was 17. And they cried about that years ago. So that being said, this is only getting worse. Schreiber Foods out of Wisconsin, they were hit with a cyber attack. This is a company that is a milk producer. It's the biggest milk producer in Wisconsin. And they got hit with a cyber attack that basically shut them down, where the degenerates wanted $2.5 million to unlock their computers. They got their computers locked, but it left everything in complete disarray to get milk, and they couldn't get milk to the stores. And now milk, if it's not, you know, milk's got a shelf life to it. So if it's sitting there and can't be distributed properly, this is catastrophic, guys. So again, where do you draw the line on all this stuff? It's where do you take this seriously? And when do you prepare? You've got to have extra food. You've got to have money, supplies in the house. You've got to prepare for the fact that something like this could happen. You know, seriously, what if again, we talk about this. What if your bank was shut down for multiple days? Would you have a few bucks set aside that you could eat and go to the store? Okay, and buy a $28 bucket of chicken. You've got to prepare for this stuff right now. And you know, this Schreiber Foods, this is the shape of things to come. As the economies get more and more desperate, people get more and more desperate, thieves get more and more desperate. Give you an idea, one thing that we're seeing a tremendous hit on are food banks right now. Food banks are not getting the donations that they got, not just from individuals, not from people's time, but from the big companies. There is not enough food at food banks. And I'm directly involved with one charity that I love, Joseph Dreamhouse. I've mentioned it before. These people are really hurting right now because, you know, she's had her own donors that used to be, you know, wealthy, you know, six-figure income earners that are now using her service and getting food from her because they've hit on hard times. This is going to only get worse, but it's a national food bank problem that we're seeing right now. We're seeing this with so many food banks that do not have food to feed kids. We're seeing supply chain issues that are affecting school lunches being delivered. And you guys, this is daily. We're getting more and more news. I'm telling you guys, look at all the stories. I just covered like 4 more of them. That'll be in the video description. But this is so much is happening right now, and it's just bleak. So prepare yourself, you know. And the people out there that say, oh, it's Mr. Gloom and Doom, you know, you're not reading 40 or 50 papers. I am every day. And this is something that you need to prepare for. You can be ready for all this. You can combat all of this. And you don't have to be wealthy. You just need to be ready. Get your bills in order, get your health in order, you know, just prepare your safety, everything right now. This is going to be a very, very difficult winter. I'm convinced of it more than ever, especially because of the inclement weather that's coming right now that we're getting notified about. You know, they're notifying us so we can advance about this cold weather. And the Bank of England telling people that they're going to have to make a decision between heating their house and eating is catastrophic. And again, maybe you've got all the money you need, good for you, okay? But you need peace of mind. And again, it's not to be Elon Musk to have all that money, it's just not to have people hounding you for money and being in a good spot that you can go out and you can put your head in a pillow at night and rest peacefully, okay? Wake up the next day and start your day. So share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. Now here's a story out of Yahoo Finance that pretty much summarizes all the energy stuff that's going on. Fuel costs have gone up to their highest level in 10 years. The average household saw at least a 6% increase last month, but this doesn't make any sense to me because gasoline prices have gone up 28%. You've seen heating oil go up 56%. You've seen natural gas go up over 20% as well. And this is just the beginning. We're going to see a much higher rate for fuel prices over this winter than we've seen. And again, what's going to happen when inflation goes up 5% a month, okay? 8% a month. You're going to see this. You're going to see that we could have double-digit inflation inside of a month. They don't want to tell you that clearly, but this could realistically happen, especially with the fuel costs and with energy costs and things like that. It's a pretty cool bridge to walk across over the highway. It's kind of nice. But share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys, because, you know, here in California, Southern California, Edison is the electric company. They just passed something that they got approved through our utility commission, and that is this. Because people use so much electricity during peak hours of 4 p.m. and 8 p.m., they want to double the price, and they got it approved that they can do this. Well, duh, that's when kids are home doing homework. That's when you're watching TV. That's when your family's there and you're doing laundry and things like that. So again, they got that approved. So share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys, because it's lunacy to say the least. It has taken me a long time to get my head around cryptocurrencies. Still don't understand it completely, to say the least. But one thing that is very real is it is getting more and more real each day. And MasterCard in the Pacific Rim in Asia just approved getting a Bitcoin MasterCard. You can spend your Bitcoin, you can have prepaid Bitcoin cards, you can have a debit card that will pay and you can transfer Bitcoin on. Now they teamed up with Amber, BitCub, and CoinJar, which are good cryptocurrency exchanges. And anywhere you can spend your Visa, you can use this card. But what this does, guys, mark my words, this is the beginning of the normalcy of the acceptance of cryptocurrencies in our life. And they're doing this huge test in the Pacific Rim, and you're going to see it before you know it here in the States. It'll be here. I cannot imagine it would take 6 months after this thing gets rolled out that we don't see tests here in the States as well. The other thing is Zillow just announced that they are selling 2,000 of their properties that they lost money on to Pretium Partners. Pretium Partners is a big real estate hub out of New York, and they're going to buy 2,000 of the properties at a discounted price. Okay, what a shock. And the problem with that is they're going to rent these houses out. So we're going to become a renter nation, guys. That's what's going to happen. You're going to have the big guys be able to buy these houses, and the rest of us just have to rent. So share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. I think that it's interesting about the cryptocurrencies and the credit cards. Now there are cards out there, and I'm gonna have people writing me down, it's already out there, you can use it. No, this is MasterCard, guys, that's doing this directly, and it's their card. So, you know, you can contact MasterCard. If you want to have your own credit card, you can. If you've got a good business model, pitch it. You can go get yourself a credit card. But this is unbelievable because it's Bitcoin related and it's the beginning of this. So share your thoughts on this. I'm going to wrap these last 3 articles together. And first things first, Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, they say, is the quintessential American holiday when family gets together. It's only rivaled by 4th of July, which I kind of agree with. I think that you know, when I think of the two times that my family gets together all the time, Thanksgiving and 4th of July is two good holidays. This year, it's going to be an utter mess for travel, for the expense of everything, and just for the fact that people cannot afford to pay for things. So there's a great article below about that from The Hill. Take a look at it. Now the next thing is, and I remember a time in 2008, I knew that the real estate market was completely out of control when I went into a Union Bank and there was a sign that they had made, and all the managers were standing around and it said, "Your home, your ATM machine, get your home equity line of credit today." And they're like, "Hey Dan, what do you think of that?" And I said, "I think it's awful. I think it's terrible because you're gonna have people borrowing money to live on it from their home." "Oh, that's not true, Dan. It's gonna be, they're gonna do home improvements, they're gonna go on trips, they're gonna do big purchases with this." And now we know that that wasn't the case. So right now we saw one of the biggest increases in equity increases for real estate in the last 10 years. We've seen it happen lately. And there has been a record number of people borrowing against their homes with lines of credit to draw down their equity. $63 billion has been done in recent months. So again, people are not using this for investments for their business. They're using this to get by and to pay for essentials right now, which is not what your home was ever designed for. So, you know, again, absolutely catastrophic. Look at the Bloomberg article. Now, the most staggering thing, the final thing, is it is reported that Las Vegas had their greatest quarter ever. They had over $14 billion in gambling this last quarter. Bravo to Vegas, okay? It was spurred mostly by online gaming and sports betting for you degenerate football bettors. So again, you know, FanDuel's fun. I have a niece's boyfriend that's into it and showed me how it's done. It looks entertaining, okay? But imagine, you know, betting the ranch right now, and to the tune that Vegas made over $14 billion in the last quarter. So again, guys, they're on pace right now to have their best year ever during the height of the health crisis. So for like 10 years, they're gonna kill records. So please do not forget to hit the like button. Please do not forget to hit the subscribe button. Share this with all your friends and colleagues. Do not forget to join the email list. If you want a Webull account, it's free and you get a free share of stock. It's in the video description below. Onward and upward, guys. I will see you all very soon.